thoughts of a boss. Keep the gun stashed in the back of the Porsche. React and get lost. Later found in ashes and corpse bones. Hope you believe I murdered dudes. My gas procedures are surgical slash cutting your Caesar down to a convertible. Money, power, respect, and honor. Nines, Ninas, and Llama.
The idea behind this album was to smash everything in 2008. We got a lot of love for a lot of projects coming out, but just like you said, man, when I put this together, yo, think big. Like, how can I make a hip-hop album that's just back to basics, to the essentials, you know, keeping it raw, keeping it pure, heavy lyrics. I love scratch DJs. We went and got a JS1 from Rocksteady. Like, that's as good as it gets, you know.
Rocksteady.
I mean, the legendary status. So I wanted to bring that legendary status into a debut, and the lineup was, you know, when I work with people, and it's like I say in a line on someone else's album, you know, whole fam gotta eat unless the family deplete. That's why we don't smoke the trees, we save the crops and have a feast. So, you know, I wanted to work with people that I respect and love, and it's like I want to see them do good. And it's like, if you're not working on something right now, everyone had that in-between time. Like, Priest is always working on something. Bronze the same way, always producing for someone, always working on a solo joint or for the group effort. And it's like everyone came together. You know, 5 Star works real close with Deck, and S.I.N, an artist I'm developing myself, and just making sure that his talent lives on with him. So that's why that lineup came together. It was everyone that I felt deserved to be on that lineup. I didn't put anyone on it as far as features that just like, oh, that's a good name to have. Like, these are people I build with. These are people that I thought could help better the Almighty situation, and in turn, Almighty could better them. Since the brainchild of this album was really myself and Bronze, as far as putting it together, like, I personally oversaw the work of every individual and every group member and every feature on the album. That's why I had to travel so many places to really make sure it was how I wanted it. You know, I went out to LA and Orange County and all that at least 10 times, you know, to make sure Priest was on point, get him the beats that he wanted to be on, you know, make that all righteous. Bronze, you know, we're right now in the vocal booth of the new Nazareth, you know, house, studios. Black Day in July. You know, I came here when this was nothing. Like, I thought this was already up and running, and there was no roof on the building. So, you know, I made sure Bronze was happy with what he was doing, with all the beats were kosher. Had to go out to Texas, you know, New York and shit to make sure Walls was good. Me, 5 Star, and S.I.N, we did all our recordings in Indianapolis. So, you know, for the majority, like, I was always there. Cause, you know, I can't front to the fans and be like, yo, this is an incredible album. This is the greatest thing. You gotta pick it up. If I couldn't personally vouch for it myself. A couple of the features, you know, had to send in work. For the most part, man, my frequent flyer miles went through the roof.
It's like everybody came through swinging, like, I could say examples like on Now or Never. They killed it, yo. 5 Star, oh my God. That's like my favorite verse it is on the album on there. So, you know what I'm saying? I could go through every track like that, man. Everybody shined on their part, you know what I'm saying? So, you came together nice, man.
I know for a fact that when I was doing sessions with C-Ray's Walls, he just stared at me. Like, this blank stare in his face. Like, why are you staring at me? It's like, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, after hearing your man S.I.N, like, I had to step my game up. Like, I mean, everyone on this definitely, you know, played their role and stepped it up and shined. Like, you're gonna hear this album and not just be like, yo, that dude, yeah, he killed it. Like, the album is murder. Just putting any more on that album just would have been overkill. Like we put the 2 interludes on the album so listeners could take a breather and just digest what they heard. Like, you hear the intro, then you get 8 tracks of murder, and then you get an interlude to just reflect for a minute. Get back into the madness. The second interlude, then we're gonna take you out on like 3 or 4 more joints. So you can be like, wow, yeah, I had to have that interlude there. That was perfectly placed, so I can get ready to hop in the next chapter of the Almighty album. And that's what it is. Hopefully, July 22nd and that week will prove to be a very plentiful week, and it would honestly make my week and my lifetime to see Almighty on that Billboard Top 200 the first week it comes out. And I know we probably have to push a couple thousand that week in order to make that happen, but I think, you know, that is not too far-fetched. That could happen. That's definitely a reality, and it's good to see some Wu-Tang product, some group that's debuting new material really reach that status. Because once you're on those billboards, the world takes notice. And that only leads to bigger and better things for myself, for Bronze, for the other members of Almighty, and even the features, man. You know, certain features that at first were like, well, this is something new. It was Almighty, explain it to me. Once I broke it down to them, like, money wasn't a question. Like, people, everyone wanted to be affiliated with this. And it came together to form something very beautiful and natural. And it's like, we just want you know, the viewer, to understand that, and hopefully you can help us, you know, really live out our dreams and our expectations with this album as well.
Thoughts of a boss, keep the gun stashed in the back of the Porsche, react and get lost. Later